Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. And this is a continuation of footage from the previous show. This is like RoboCop's nemesis. And they have a placard there, but yeah, that's... If we could get a RoboCop in Detroit, that would be awesome. Some artist should come about and make a prototype. Doesn't have to be nothing fancy. Out of auto parts or something, make it look semi-cool. 3,000 or 4,000, whatever. And then you can build onto that prototype, make better models. But that would be a tourist draw. It would be a photo op. A lot of selfies and stuff like that would take place. Anyways, to talk about what's happening here, I'm in the city of Ann Arbor, and the big game is taking place at the Big House. This is the final week of the regular season. Ohio State is in town to play the Michigan Wolverines. And there's no love lost between the two teams for sure. But I didn't have tickets for the game, but I decided to check out Ann Arbor nonetheless. I picked up some bird food earlier from the downtown hardware. You can get a 50-pound bag for $20 plus tax. Embassy, this is where I would stay if I was visiting from out of town. I'm kind of a budget-minded person. There's some construction going on here. Doing the urban planning thing, Ann Arbor always is up at the top of the list of like most livable cities or coolest cities to live in, and certainly having the university in town is a big bonus. But Ann Arbor sits in a valley on the banks of the Huron River. Main Street, Ann Arbor, in south and north, right here. This is the dividing line, Huron. First Bite, and then a wine place. Wisdom is good no matter how you slice or dice it. Sometimes crazy is more fun, too. There, up top, flies the U of M flag. And it could be, no, I don't think it's the tallest building. And look, a crane, so they're doing some building. They have alleyways through here, and then we'll see artists will paint some of the alleys up. So right now, a lot of people are inside, either at the Big House or inside one of these venues watching the game on TV. And it was quite a good game. Not the right outcome, nonetheless, but here, this is a great sign. Yeah, that's well done. I like that. Old German. And it's in the basement. Yeah, so we'll look at some of the living accommodations here. This, well, Live Media Group. I think people living up top. Maybe it's just business on the lower level. And here, though, the bus terminal. Oh, yes. The depot. Oh, yeah, so they kept the facade. This is so nice. That's got the Art Deco thing going. And now above, Residence Inn. We got some landscaping there, some vegetation, but yeah, a little history here. Yeah, well done. I like the curves there. Nice storefront. The Streamline Bus Depot. Yeah. So you can do some speed reading here. September 1940. Love Michigan. Oh, yeah. It's a cool state. Here, yeah, pineapple up top and a party shop, and you can get around even via the bicycle. I don't think, I wonder if they have where you can get an app for those bikes. The Broken Egg, I hear good for breakfast. This, I like the window treatments there. Then, let's see, this is close to being over by the time you looked at that, but hopefully the performance went well. Museum on Main Street. And a different color scheme, but they're working on that building. First Sale, Downtown Loft. Okay, you probably can help with the design then. And they have a nice front wrought iron art piece there. Ann Arbor, certainly a good mix of architectural styles. Here, coming soon, some condominiums. Okay, and then some, oh, they're doing some work here. Oh, up top there you see some solar panels, and they keep saying those things get cheaper and cheaper, and I think you'll start seeing them incorporated now in lots of new designs. Nice porch treatments, but yeah, a great variety of homes certainly in Ann Arbor, not cookie cutter style. And it's weird. And then here, look at some architecture or some artwork there. It's a distilling company. And they have a tasting room, so that's where you enter behind the bushes there. Those look cool. Oh, yeah. Glass block, always nice. And some artwork there. Adds a little color. Yeah, dare say Ann Arbor will be trendy, trendy, trendy. But that means it'll be a little pricey. Yeah, carpenters are working here on a Saturday. And here, down by the train tracks. Yeah, I like the color scheme right there with those houses. All the neighbors must have gotten together on that one. Okay, here with the pineapple, check this out. You're on contracting. Yeah, I have to walk back to the car. I don't want to fight traffic on the way home, so here, the Amtrak, now they're supposed to rebuild. I'm not sure what the new location is. Here, so I'm not going to get lost by no means. Here, I got a map telling me where I'm at. And here's the train station. And there's going to be an inbound coming in very shortly. train is coming in from Chicago, and the land and the property. Look at that. What was it? Michigan, the energy. And here, the Huron River. Kellogg Eye Center, if you can see that. A substation. These are always the bomb. Look at, they always have style. The lamps, the backwards S there. And high voltage. Oh, yeah. Bzz. And pumpkins. And a restaurant here. And free parking. And then my quick getaway. Taking like the back roads here. So again, Ohio State, yeah, they won. That really not a good thing, but I'm over it. I have no control over the sports situation, so it'll make it all the more pleasant when Michigan does win. Then I'll be partying like it's 1999. Okay, there's a lineup here. This, this was on a Saturday, and just before 10, they opened the doors. This was Saturday, December 2nd. And my sister and brother-in-law have this thing. So they got the buzz and so forth. Yeah, shop small kind of a thing. But I knew if I got here early, there wouldn't be a line, and I could order. I want to get one of these snowmen. So I'm going to do a quick look-see here and then negotiate a sale, and we'll watch a snowman being made, which is a visual. But here, ornaments, yeah, something along those lines.
Can't get enough of that, isn't it?
And Rudolph would have been cool, too. I've always been fond of Rudolph. Yeah, we'll just listen in. There's background music.
Because I didn't want to bend that.
Yeah, the shop that my sister Michelle and brother-in-law Chris have used to, look at this, made in USA. That's most definitely, that's something to hang your hat on, be proud of. But it used to be, back in the day, an industrial area around here in West Dearborn. And it was an airplane shop. Okay, and what, again, can you run through the snowmen here for 89?
279. When you add the arms, that size 329. This size without arms, 329. If you add arms to this, 379.
Okay, thank you.
He's actually just using your friends over there as a heating.
All right, I got the lay of the land. So the custom order, this is, there's paperwork that has to be filled out. Go with that hat, that's
So
fine. It's easy with a credit card, right? But a different kind of Christmas tree with bags there. Then I thought about it. It's been a while since my crayon days, but I remember I was quite good. Actually, no, I never stayed between the lines kind of a thing. Had trouble with that. Yeah, happy hour, you can make of that whatever. Here, that's kind of clever, though, so wine stays good. You don't want to indulge too much. You just put that stopper back on and have the rest of, for another day. That's how you do. All right, well, pumpkins are a big thing. And you get different styles, so you can even go with the Van Gogh. Pumpkins, it's nice. It's traditional orange, but no, let your mind wander. You could have pumpkins any way you like. Other lawn ornaments and stuff. You have an imagination. There's custom design. You can sketch. I would imagine if you can sketch it out, it probably can be done within reason. And other jewelry. But yeah, Christmas shopping season has begun, and I'm not a shopper at all. I can handle shopping or looking around like this because I like the live action. I definitely can deal with that. And so I placed my order, and I was first in line. So I've been around the block a few times, so I knew what the routine was. So yeah, I got in. So here we go.
Because the yellow will really shine.
Okay, let's go.
We're going to go with the D on the top hat.
You can actually try it out yourself. We offer experiences here. So, if you're interested in trying it out, we actually have a coupon up here for our icing ornament class. So
We can time this out too.
Cherrywood is very nice because it has very dense grain. It will stand a lot of abuse. So it's actually able to withstand a lot of that heat. It doesn't burn up right away. It does over time, but they last a lot longer than if we were to use like a cedar one. The cedar one that'd be gone in a couple days. That's very good. All right, so right now he's working in that little constriction spot where the head of that snowman is going to be. And he's also getting George tips on it, like blow hard, blow soft. He's kind of letting go and he'll help it stop. So we'll slowly inflate this out and shake it, that snowman shape. So let's show hands how many people have been to one of our classes here. Anybody? Got a couple? No, we got these three here. None of you guys have taken a class with us? To have just a lot of fun. It's a great time to bring in a couple friends. We do a thing called Campfire Nights. Campfire Nights is a really fun thing because basically it's like an a la carte type class. So we do those once every Wednesday, one Wednesday, and I think a Friday every month, usually 2 days. And basically come in, they'll demonstrate how we do a flower or a paperweight. You can choose which one you want to make, your colors, your style, and you get to make it yourself, which is a lot of fun. Offer another experience called Happy Hour. So what that is, you actually come in and you design a mug. You actually get to work with one of our master class holders.
All right, my snowman is taking shape. I think they're going to poke it here.
Before you're out there. What makes it a lot of fun too is you can bring your own beer, you can bring some. So right now they're putting on the little dots, our little eyes, and the little bits of coal for that snowman. So they're using that little stick there is actually a solid chunk of color. Well, I think that's some black color right there. And while he's heating up, he's on there is little buttons. So it looks like he's saying, George, I think you're getting a hat, right? Time for a hat? All right. So what kind of hat are you putting on this? What was that? Stovetop hat. Going classic. All right, I like it. So you get a little bit of glass on this pipe, but he's going to go get a little bit more. You're limited on how much glass you can gather on a pipe by the surface area and how hot the glass is. So if the glass is... So right now he's rolling it around in some frit. So this frit is just broken up bits of glass with added minerals and metals to it. But an interesting thing about black is there's actually no such thing as black glass. So really what we're looking at is a super intensely dark purple. So they actually will be one of our cheaper elements that they've added to it, but because in the last like 20 years or so, the electronics boom, like tablets, cell phones and all that, it's used a lot in microchips. So because of that, it has now shot up in price. And purple is actually one of our more expensive colors. It's right up there with our reds and pinks. Reds and pinks actually use a little bit of gold in them. That snowman's had a really cool little move here. We're gonna bring it on over. Let it drop down. Give it a little. Then they're gonna situate it just right. Then Jason's gonna kind of gauge how much glass he needs. He's gonna cut it. There we go. Nice, beautiful little cut there. So right now that doesn't look very hat-shaped like. So what we need to do is we need to quickly get in there and start shaping up the brim of that hat. Right there, he's kind of squeezing in with those jacks to give it that awesome brim. And he's going to shape it up with a paddle using the side of the paddle there. Okay, start getting that stovepipe top look to it. So I mentioned earlier about how we have that email list and kind of give coupon codes and stuff. Another way that you can kind of keep in the know of what we're doing is actually liking our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page. We'll post new things because we're constantly adding new things to our scale forward. So I hope you have a chance to check that out as well. So if you're looking at this and you're checking out stuff, you're thinking, man, Grandma down in Florida would love this.
What's nice about this is kind of like, I figured with that custom order, if I brought my camcorder, I actually could document it being born, the whole process. So that's what I did. I had the camcorder. Lucky me, I remembered to bring it, and this is its born on date, December 2nd. But he's not done yet. There's still some more work.
Big old hat there. So George has the tiniest little bit of glass there. He's shaping it up and doing that. That's the little point. Then he's going to get it really hot, and he's going to bring it over. They're going to boop right on the nose. But before they do that, Jason needs to get a quick flash of heat, because you don't want to let your glass cool too much. And if it's been sitting out too long and get too cold, that can stress the glass out. We don't want stressed glass. We want happy, relaxed glass. So to do that, we got to keep it nice and warm. Gonna bring that little nose over. We're gonna give it a little right on the nose there. Give it a little trim. And I was gonna do some little adjustments, kind of pinching it using those shears a little bit, giving it a little squeezes.
Yeah, it'd be kind of warm.
I wouldn't recommend touching the snowman. While snowman's going to be cold, that's a very hot snowman right now. He's still about 1,000 degrees.
It looks like the ladies approve of the snowman.
It's kind of like somebody who had your little filler rod, get it really hot, you kind of use that to kind of fill in to where you're going to be welding. Kind of similar to this.
Oh, the big D.
So it's going to similar. They're going to heat it up. It's going to get a. So this really takes a steady.
I asked for an Old English D, but that's kind of intricate, so this will work.
Yeah, this is how we draw right on glass. It's glass drawing on glass, and then using furnaces, the heat of the furnaces to melt that in. That furnace is 2,100, probably 2,200 right now, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. Wait, 1 second.
What style candy cane do you like the best? Or you could vote for which is your favorite glass product or your favorite glass or experience that we offer. So, and then also what type of tree do you like? One that's playing on the snow, a little snow bulb or little bulbs on it. So I mean, go check out that little display. And you could, if you enter, you could win your very own class experience. So like I was saying, if you haven't taken an experience yet, it's a lot of fun. you could win a free one to come in, hang out, and have a lot of fun with us.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You just got the thumbs up, so let's get ready to pop it off.
Yeah. There's my beautiful snowman. Probably could have came up with a better word, but handsome devil. How about that? But that's not like for a snowman necessarily.
Cold air contracts. So right now it's filled with a lot of hot air. As that hot air cools down, it's going to start to contract. More than likely, nothing would happen. But every once in a while, there's an occasional amount of stress that can overwhelm it and cause it to crack. So we don't want that to happen at all. So to make sure that doesn't happen at all, we poke a hole in it. That little hole will create a little spot for as the air contracts inside, it will pull more air inside the backside of that snowman there. Then we have a nice stress-free snowman.
You know, they have all these events, but it's fun when they have the live glass blowing. And certainly on the big events, that's what happens.
Is there going to be snow in this one? In this water
Yeah.
Would you like some snow in the little mountain he's sitting?
And so that's one of the cool things about having a custom piece made is you can come over, we can ask you, hey, would you like this or how would you like that? And we can add a little bit. I don't think a lot of our snowmen out there have like a little swirl of snow in their mouth they're sitting on, just clear glass, I think, for most of them. So, George's actually going to go get some glass, he's going to add a little bit of white to it, and that'll just kind of swirl all around in there. Actually very similar to our tree right here. The tree right here actually has some swirls of white in the bottom. So it's going to be something similar to that there. So it's going to give it a little block. He's going to swirl that around. And now he's very slowly turning. He's purposely letting it kind of flop all around. That twists off all that color. That slobber, you can let go right there. Then he's going to give it a little cut. And swirl it around there. Delicious little self-serve swirl. Alright, beautiful. So then he's gonna pop that snowman on. So right now he's actually warming up his diamond shears here. So he doesn't want to grab with any cold tools now. And he's gonna pop it off. He wants to have warm diamond shears to hold on to it. He's gonna give it a little pop right off. Give it a smash in there. So now you're kind of hanging out for a little bit. Keep it on center. You're gonna stamp it or?
Be careful about burning out the white. Here's your stamp. It won't burn out. There's a couple that did yesterday, so be careful.
All right.
He gets the stamp of approval there.
That's a little GA Glass Academy stamp. He's gonna slide him onto his little paddle there. And there's our beautiful little snowman with a D on his hat. All right, so we need to hurry put him away before he gets too cold.
Awesome. That's the Born On time. And the date was December 2nd. So I don't know if that's official. Yeah, see, there you go. My camcorder clock might be off a few seconds here or there.
For time.
No. N-O.
This is where I was talking about how they're
I kind of figured out what the answer was.
almost like a little tutu on there.
Yeah, what was my first guess, huh?
And I was gonna go in for another heat because that glass is probably getting very cold. All right. So right now, George is going around. He's giving it little tiny tugs on the thing to kind of make it a little bit uneven. Because right now, when he first came out, it was very even, very downward a little bit, kind of angling it a bit.
industrial windows. There's a train there.
Last blowing thing would be really fun to have an experience.
Yeah, the Amtrak line runs right behind their business operation here. And I love that. I wish people would make a more of a frontage to the train action. And they have a little bit here. But I think Dearborn realizes the advantage of the train. Here we have a custom order for a Christmas tree. And, you know, any version you want. So people have kind of like their Charlie Brown kind of Christmas tree. But whatever her name is, custom order. And so it's kind of neat. Kind of not the straight and narrow, kind of twisted a little bit. But yeah, they're working on this. This is neat. That's what's fun with the custom orders. So get there early and often, kind of a thing. The only drawback, you have to pick it up the next day because it cools down. It happens overnight. So either the next day or 2 days later you can pick it up. It would be okay to the touch. Otherwise, yeah, you'd have issues.
So we're kind of messing that tree a little bit. So it wasn't hot enough. So basically, he just sent it back to get more to go and fix it. Because the last thing we want to do is for him to bring a subpar bit and then it makes a subpar piece. So we want to only make the best bits with the best pieces. So Joe's just trimming out that little block. So this he's going around those shears, kind of mark it up a little bit, so you kind of get little tugs, little folds on it, kind of, make it a little bit less even. What you think so far? Very nice. So right now, the truck actually does not look very green.
I like it. Definitely unique. And it's one of a kind. That's the expression you often hear. Of course, you can't have two of a kind.
All over the place a little bit. He's letting that stretch and move and swirl those little bits of white in there. Because sometimes little bits of color can plop on the table and then that will get stuck in the glass, which we don't want. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now he's going to glove up. He's going to warm those gloves. We don't want to touch that tree with anything cold. So you want to come on over here. You come over here and get a picture of it by the. You want to come over. You get a picture of while they plant, right where they planted in there. All right. So you're going to pop it off here. And then they're going to bring it on over. They're going to go ahead and push it in there. So now they got to kind of make sure that tree's no longer moving. So if they push it or put it away too soon, they'll come in, open the next day, and it looks like there'll be a windstorm and our kneeling up, and it'll be all like on the side. Which has happened. There's a more we do production. If we're moving too quickly, it can actually come in the next day and all the trees look like they fell over. There's a little glass lumberjack cut down or something in there.
Oh, yeah.
Which we don't want.
You got time.
Oh yeah, look at that. So stamp is going to let you know it was made by the Spirit Glass Academy. So that little stamp is GA. Boop. There you go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put this away. We're going to slide it onto a little paddle. And we're going to quickly head on over to our annealing oven and put it in that annealing oven. We'll cool very, very, very slow overnight. So even though it takes about 14 hours to cool down, we ask quick.
Well, that born on date was shortly after mine. Christmas tree's a living deal, so yeah, you would have a born on date. Those are all the events. DET.com, that would show the air times and the channels. All right. Later that night, Noel night. It's the first Saturday in December from 5 to 10 p.m. And look at the map. All these venues are involved in this event. It's just incredible. And it's in the Cass Corridor area, Midtown. But, hey, this house is proud to be American. Here's our football-inspired bridge. Yes, piece of artwork. And our big tire. We should make that like a rest stop area. All right, I'm going to bail out here. This used to be a thing for mass transit. They were going to have like buses come through here. But anyways, Woodward Avenue, Main Street, Detroit. I'm going under. Like this, native Michigander. And that's official now, Michigander. Not Michiganian, Michigander. We got to be up on all this. Okay, look at this. Now leasing. Motor City Match. I've seen that around a little bit. And the Q Line in action. And the golden top of the Fisher Building. And you can get around by bus, too. Now, Showtime, I think they're still in this building. It says for lease there, so I can't be positive. Then I saw this, Captain Cuddy Searchlights, and I'm just like a little kid. I'll never get over this. I have to take a closer look. Yeah, you know what they say. Simple minds, simple pleasures. Yeah, could have spent all night there. Here's some, I love the name on in the front above the door. That is really cool. And, well, some of them may have addresses or their born on dates. But a nice row of, like, apartments here. Here, like, I think of that song, like, my Sharona. So maybe it was named after like this building and they just changed it a little bit. But yeah, look at that building has some style. And then this, I think of like dinosaur bones. It's been there for a while, anchored here by the Wayne Party Store. Then there's a bar in the middle called Circa that seems popular. But yeah, you get to the campus here of Wayne State University, and certainly a huge presence and a huge reason for Detroit's revival. A lot of like student housing around this area, and different lighting here in the lobby of the Isabel. So some of these are smart-looking buildings. I wonder what the rents are. Interesting pattern for the entryway there. And the moon was trying to peek out. I think it was like kind of like a full moon or a super moon. The next day, I think, was officially super moon or whatever. It's a great time in Detroit. That slogan's been around for a while, but we're certainly getting closer to that point. Here, I-94, and you can see we have a good connection of roads. They want to even widen I-94. I don't think it's really necessary, being that our population is pretty much stagnant. Off in the distance, I'm checking the train action out. I'm saying, yeah, I like this. We got trains, cars. We need an airplane somewhere, but yeah, this was Noel night, and I was kind of just like going around the perimeter here a little bit. Here's some nice door hinges. Like if you look, art is everywhere, and certainly, well, the Fisher Building's supposed to be Detroit's largest art object. And the Q line, this is doing well, but it's just the start. People have to say, hey, let's be like other major metropolises and expand. So we'll let this run for a little bit and say, yeah, let's do this. They certainly could continue the Q line out to Ferndale, Royal Oak. The ideal thing would be onto Pontiac. My evil twin wanted to go up to the stairs. Yeah, he was thinking about it. And I should have, because the train was coming by. This is this is Detroit's version of Amtrak. And here's their train station. Yeah, here's the train. Well, it's cool seeing it pull into the station. This is coming from Pontiac into Detroit en route to Chicago. And that's quite an active line, the Wolverine line. And look at this, White Castle nearby. Here, what's the $7.99 for the cheesy 10-sack? This, I've always liked this Jamaican building. Look at this. They're going to do something with it. They're working on it. Classic building right on Woodward Avenue. And then behind the White Castle, I was checking out the artwork. It's like eventually I'll make it there to Noel night. I just took my old sweet time. But it's colorful there. Yeah, my evil twin was just pulling me. This is the North End neighborhood. And when you do like urban planning and so forth, you know, everything's a piece of the puzzle. And, you know, if you're going to put the next piece in, you got to actually look at it. Look at the piece and see where it fits. Well, we obviously know where it fits. It's already in place. But what are we going to do with these different pieces? This one, well, the post office is cool. But then this building, there's like jewels interspersed. It's just like the vacant land in between. And that's where urban planning comes in, and people come with a game plan, do a little design, and everybody can get involved. That's just it. Not just the one person. Everybody has to be heard on what's best. But then investors too. But even small fish can play a role in Detroit. Even just owning a house and looking at the empty lot that's right next to your house. I'd start looking at that lickety split. Here, Center for Design Education, so they're doing quite well, this Center for Creative Studies. And that's the creative energy. We need those kind of people. Here, this is like Batman's place, but General Motors Corporation Laboratories. Or laboratories, but I think when you say laboratories, it sounds cooler. But here's Shinola involved. Detroit Creative Quarter Center, they're all into design and urban planning. Of course, that's interconnected with a lot of design people, or a lot of different phases of of just the web of the world. Here, well, the Northern Lights, I was following this arrow, the well-lit arrow, says go here. Not a problem. So we'll just check. Outside, they have the fireplace. So, and it's real wood. I always like that. Although you smell it the next day, you got to wash your clothes the next day. You got to figure on that one. But other than that, open fire is kind of cool. Well, good thing they left the door open. I was able to get out. Oh, train. You know, they got their Christmas decorations up. Kind of a red light district to some degree, but yeah, 'tis the holiday season, my lord. But they do have all year long that excellent lighting and some old school furniture, plus a badass shuffleboard, and that seems to be well used. So the idea is still Noel night, but I'm just, well, I've done, Noel night is an awesome event, but I've done it in years past, so sometimes you look at a different way at things. You have kind of like a different perspective, a different point of view, and so I'm just letting the chips fall where they may. Here, this was new on me, though. This is where the Pistons Performance Center is going to be built. So that's a piece of the puzzle. How cool is that? Yeah. So people are looking at property, and it's not just downtown. It's just not midtown. It's not News Center. You got to be strong up the middle, up Woodward Avenue, but we got to work on Gratiot, Michigan Avenue, Grand River, Jefferson, Fort Street. A lot of work to do. Now, see, this, you could do a RoboCop, kind of like with the silver kind of thing. Now, that piece of work probably cost a mint, but I'm talking an artist that wants to make a name for themselves. Just do a prototype RoboCop from parts you have laying around, and maybe somebody can ante up some money, or we can do a GoFund thing, you know, the city of Detroit, or the residents can say, yeah, let's do this. And then we do it on our own. We don't have to have the government involved. But I've never done one of those GoFund pages, but it'd be cool if we could do that. Like, put it on Detroit's to-do list. Look at a Dalmatian in front here of the Detroit Fire Department. That building's got style. It's got Detroit style. That's what we should promote a little bit too. Detroit style. We're unique. We have our own thing going. And we're on the upswing now. The fear factor isn't there like it was in years past, and it has to be attributed a lot to the millennials, I think. They have a fearless attitude and willing to explore. Plus, Dan Gilbert doing all his things and bringing the young people living downtown. And then on even a third thing now with all the security cameras and the like that they would have and lighting and stuff, if you really care about your property or your investment, certainly you can do the security thing, and you don't have to spend a bloody mint either. It's affordable these days. So that, you know, having good lighting and the cameras is a good deterrent to crime, but just having a vital community where people are living and walking and breathing, there's always a set of eyes. So we're getting there. I mean, well, there's a lot of work, but what's exciting is if you're thinking of making a move, the secret's already out, or the cat's out of the bag kind of thing. People know about Detroit, but we need hometown investors, not the out-of-state investors. Here, they wanted to move this so they could widen I-94, and they are really set on doing the I-94 thing. And it's like, hell no. Invest that money in mass transit. They'll help create jobs, connect neighborhoods, just do a lot of things. That's been well proven. That works a lot better than trickle-down economics, which the Republicans keep ballyhooing. Like if the rich get tax cuts, it'll all trickle down to you. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not buying that. But oh no, you got to be kidding me that they're doing this. It's just unreal. But there was actually some traffic on I-94 at this time. Maybe they're doing a little road construction, so I think that accounts for the slowdown. So when it does slow down like that, if you have mass transit, that takes care of that issue. Then it also clears up road space. Yeah, so... well, here was a parking deck and some new design. So, yeah, I was just taking a look-see around here, and this looks like it's all part of the Wayne State. They are big players in the Midtown area, and a decent school, and yeah, with the construction here, this had to work as the sidewalk, but they do have a bike lane, which is great. That's becoming more and more prevalent, so they're doing some good things in Detroit that are like common sense things and helping to create a little vitality. But yeah, everybody can get on that urban planning thing and say what they want and put in a neighborhood. And this Detroit Design Group, they have monthly events. I think the next one might not be till February or something. But those are a lot of fun, so I'll cover more of those. Here, though, you see some of the crowd and the traffic. The detour, those are a lot of fun. It just can't help it when kind of walking around, you just look and you look for eye candy and you see different things. So a lot of these buildings are just, oh, what do we have going there? Bottom line. Look at this building with the arches and the roof line. And then there's like a house behind it. So that might be like new construction to look old. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They have a walkway up to the top. Stay tuned. Yeah, the notorious Cass Quarter. Yeah, it's a red light district over here, big time. They got red lights in every window. Then, yeah, some history. Look at this historic district. But yeah, they have the cobblestone roads. If you really, really, really good reader, you got all that. But yeah, you don't drive fast on this road, which is probably nice. But there was an eye in the sky. Yeah, they had an incident over by the Detroit Institute of Arts. Chapel combined with red light district. But this has been going on for years. Look at the new sculptures. Well, they've been a little while, but with the lighting and the shadows, that works. I like that a lot. But we'll look at I like just checking all the different storefronts. They're all unique. They're like people. They all offer something different. But yeah, they have like a sculpture garden in here. And they're not really like all lit up, but some of them are throwing shadows onto the wall. Yeah, it's fun. Artists are kind of like moving in. Entrepreneurs, business people. It's like they're not scaredy cats anymore. But yeah, look at this. And they had this boarded up, but they revealed the bar. Yeah, and the curvature and the glass block. You got to see that wavy glass block. And then next door, this is new. Cake Ambition, and they're now open. So if you're looking for a cake, and they were even open this night. Well, a lot of venues were open, and it gets dark so early now. It's like kind of crazy. But yeah, this event will run till 10. And yeah, those lights. Okay, Blossom. So a florist shop, and then this camper is neat. Cinema Detroit, they show kind of like the cool Detroit films. Then next door, this building, they're revealing some nice details. DET.com is the website. The special here was chicken here at Gus's. World's famous, no less. And then nearby, the 3rd Avenue Garage. Yeah, a lot of attractive buildings. And like little elbow grease and whatnot. People are taking another look. This used to be where Fortune Records was. Now they have a communications tower. But yeah, make a fortune. There was a lot of little music studios around town. This place has been like that for a long time. Then we'll check the time here. We're kind of close. I don't know, but their hour hand seems off a little bit. But yeah, it's coming up on 8. In the Motor City Casino Hotel, they're going to develop this property here. There was a development announced last year. Jumbo's Bar, this is notorious. Oh, I could tell you some stories, but yeah. It might be my new hangout. Comet Bar was my hangout, and then they built the LCA Arena. So now the Temple's like the closest dive bar. But then just a little further away is Jumbo's, which will probably work too, because they offer decent drink prices. They haven't gotten commercialized big time yet. They still kind of catered to being reasonable. But here for lease, look at this. So there's more signs popping up. Some of them have been there for a while, and I think people probably, they always want a pie in the sky and the best thing, but I think along the way you can probably make some deals. Here's some venting there. And it's like, and then at the end they have a pool place. It's Bill's Recreation Pocket Billiards. I went in there one time. I had to knock on the door, and they kind of looked, and then if they like you or whatever, they let you in. One day I was walking around in the afternoon, and the owner let me in, and we shot a game of pool. It was kind of neat. But this area, is the lower Cass corridor. And this I always think of like the Tsunami Center, but that place there offers meals. And we saw the Beacon Light, which is kind of a neat, kind of offers hope. Yeah, there you see it going straight up the new park. But yeah, this area, certainly with the new arena, is a hot commodity. And people have known for years already, the big guys. But even if you're a little guy, start looking at adjoining neighborhoods. I like these little urban trails. It's like back in the day when the Indians first roamed, this great state. They had their Indian trails, and they shortest distance between 2 points and the easiest way to get around. But you still kind of have like those Indian trails in Detroit, which is kind of neat. Here, hopefully they keep these 3 buildings up. I think they're Illich owned. Yeah, but the eye in the sky, so they were still trying to make a presence because of that shooting incident they had. Some young guy shot 4 people that maybe he didn't even know. You kind of wonder how that comes about. Here, God, I should have just stopped it earlier. I can't get it in focus here, but so I stop. Okay, there it is, the Manhattan. Oh, geez, so we have one of those in New York probably. has one, but we have an homage to the city, certainly. But there are a lot of references in Detroit that have New York connections. That is, to be sure. This, not open till Monday, so a couple days later. So the grand opening or whatnot, whether they had it or not sure what's going on, but they got quite a lot of seating there, a lot of chairs. They are ready for a lot of patrons. And then these craft brewery places, it's nice to see the operation. So, and funnels always, that's an artistic shape too. This building needs a lot of help. Maybe some of these places have to be torn down. Yeah, there's nothing going on right here. It's a dead zone. So there's black holes and there's white elephants. Play equal in regards to that. But you got to look at everything and make a call, and everybody can have that POV or opinion. And one is as good as the next, but have a consensus. Yeah, the urban planning. I'm doing that psychobabble with the urban planning thing, but I think it's hugely important. We just saw the LCA Arena, and here you can get beer, but watch out. Yeah, it's one of those rainbow places. Run for your life. Here, Hotel Fort Wayne. This is cool. The Ghost Dads, 300 rooms. Yeah, I ventured inside. I wasn't a scaredy cat, but they have an upside-down Christmas tree. The building on the corner, I don't know. I hear that's in bad shape, but this American hotel, gosh, they should do something. Temple and Cass. So this is like walking distance, easy to the LCA.